What's up, y'all? It's been a while, but the fuck. Okay. It's been a while, so now it's time for me to get back to making another video. This time, I'm going to be making the top 20 games that I enjoyed the most from this past generation of consoles. You know, the PS3, 360, Wii, DS, and if you want to count it, that abomination known as the PSP. Um, I have no order for these. I had one originally, but I knocked them over and lost track of it, so fuck it. I'm just gonna do it in just a random order at this point, but you get the idea for the most part which games I enjoyed the most. So we'll just grab one off the pile from here and start Mad World for the Wii. It was ridiculously fun and violent and just an all-around good time. It's ridiculously cheap on the Wii right now, and the Wii U is fully backup compatible with all Wii games, so you have no excuse to not play this one. Next on my list would be Dead Space 2. I don't always like the sequels more, but in some cases you'll see on this list that I actually did. But Dead Space 2 was like the perfect combination of new scares and new action and stuff, and it blended it perfectly together. And it was a perfect successor to Dead Space 1, and it's still better than Dead Space 3, and I still sometimes go back and play this one just because of how much better it was. And again, this one is ridiculously cheap on both the PS3 and the 360, so play it if you haven't. Fuck. Next is Uncharted 2. I don't really have much to say about this because it's been said by pretty much everybody else, but, it's really good. It's really cheap. Only on PS3. Well, it's actually coming to PS4 later this year as part of the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, or whatever the fuck it's called. So play it, but play them in order. Next is Rock Band 3, pretty much the best music game on the market with over 3,000 DLC songs to play with, including, various bands that I enjoy that Guitar Hero never got. And it has a keyboard, Guitar Hero doesn't have that, so it's, you probably don't really have to play it at this point, but if you want to, PS3, 360, Wii, it's less than $10. Next is Kirby's Epic Yarn. I love the Kirby games, especially the console ones. And Kirby's Epic Yarn was just so much fun. Like, it was so much fun to the point where I played through it at least 6 times because of, how much enjoyment I got from it. So, I don't know how much it is right now, but it's only on the Wii, but you can still play it on your Wii U. But, definitely get it. And we have Lego Batman 2, the only Lego game that's on this list. I have played I took a long hiatus from the Lego games after Lego Star Wars 2 because I did not like that game at all, and it was ridiculously glitchy on the DS. So after that, I kind of just ignored all the Lego games, and my friend got me back into them with the Lego Harry Potter games. So I figured, why not? When Batman comes out, I'll get that one. So we did, and this was one of the few games that I've actually played till 5 o'clock in the morning, just playing it non-stop. It was also my first Platinum trophy on the PS3, and it's fun and cheap. Pick it up. Next one, we'll do Pokemon Soul Silver. Now, I don't normally do remakes like this, but considering what this game added to the basically what Pokemon Silver version was, it basically merited it as a new game. Yeah, it's still Silver version to a degree. Yeah, it's a remake, but it added so much new stuff that it feels brand new. It's so much fun. I mean, granted, this one's not cheap, and it's outdated because it is Gen 4, but it's still a fun game. So if you could somehow get your hands on it, definitely play it. All right, now we have. Let's go with this one. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Now, this is a licensed game. I normally don't treat these as well as I should, but because they're usually all pretty terrible aside from the Batman Arkham games and, well, these games. So, I haven't read or watched the Naruto manga or anime in years. I fell behind on it, shortly after Shippuden started. Around the time where they found Sasuke at Orochimaru's hideout. That's when I stopped watching just because I just kind of lost interest in it. So I was using these games, 2, 3, and I was using them to catch up. And I didn't know what Naruto's parents had gone through, like prior to everything starting and stuff like that. And I didn't know like how cool the whole Ninja War arc was. And this game was amazing. Like I've platinumed this game on PS3, and I've gotten every achievement for it on the 360 because I loved it that fucking much. You know, I don't do that with games often. I don't buy them twice on two different consoles unless I really like them. And this game was definitely one of that. It is my favorite anime-based game. It's my favorite licensed game, and it's one of my favorite. One of my favorite games from this past generation, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's like ridiculously cheap now on both PS3 and Xbox 360. You can get it in either the full burst, which is the Game of the Year edition, not literally, but it's got all the content included, or you can just get the standard edition like I did. So, if you like anime-based games, specifically Naruto, or so I guess give it a try. Or if you want easy achievements, give it a try. All right, now for this one here, this is Halo Reach. Now, I'm not very good at first-person games. Anyone who plays with me online, rarely, will know I'm not good at them. But Halo Reach was actually one I was able to grasp really well and enjoy. And I like the armor perks that they had, the sprint, the armor lock, and the jetpack and stuff. And it made Halo Reach an enjoyable game for me. And even though I'm not good at them, I can say I can play this game comfortably. And I mean, it's no one's really online anymore. The servers are probably going to shut down in like a year or so. If you want to play it, by all means do it. It was free on Games with Gold for Xbox Live a couple months ago. So if you missed your chance on that, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. But if you want to buy it, it is like $10, maybe less. Only on Xbox 360. It's not on PC. Alright, so now we're probably going to get into the more of the generic games that literally everybody said something about. So to break that, just to start it off quick, we're going to go with BioShock Infinite. And I know I just said I'm not very good at first-person games, but this one clicked with me well. So I was able to grasp it. I was able to enjoy it. I loved Booker DeWitt. He was an awesome character. I loved the city of Columbia. All the crap, what were they called? Vigors. I love the Vigors. I love the enemies, the weapons, the environments, the music. This game was awesome. It's another platinum that I've gotten on PlayStation 3, but I did have some help from a friend who's, an expert at these games. So, and I haven't gotten a chance to play the DLC for it yet, but I want to, but my friend has strongly encouraged me that I need to play the first BioShock, which I'll get around to eventually. I say that about a lot of games. Okay, and now for the next one, we're going to go with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Now, I know Super Smash Bros. Brawl gets a lot of flack from people because it's slow, it's not as competitive as Melee, it's tripping, it's too casual. Shut up. Just shut up. It's a fun game. I put like 600 hours into this bitch because of how much enjoyment I got from this game. I don't care what you thought of it, this is my list. So, I loved Super Smash Bros. Brawl. For a while, between like the time of like 2008 to 2004, or not 2012, I called this my favorite game ever. I know it's not as good as people, well, damn it. I know it's not as good as it should have been, but it's still not a bad game. It's a fun game to play when you have some friends over. It's a fun game to play when you get a little drunk. It's just a fun all-around game, and it's fun, alright? That's all that matters when you play in a game. It doesn't matter about the graphics. It doesn't matter about actually, sometimes it matters about the story. It matters that it's fun, and it's a fun game to play with your friends. It's a fun game to play by yourself. That's lame to say, but it's fun, and that's all that matters. Next, we've got we'll just go with this one. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, Grand Theft Auto 4 is also in this generation, but it aged pathetically bad. Like, that game looks like shit now. And when you're driving on the game nowadays, it feels like you're driving on butter. And I don't like that. I like when I play my games for them to control well, the gun, and for everything to be tight. In this, the gunplay is tight, the driving is smooth, the graphics are better. It's a Grand Theft Auto game, so obviously it's not going to age well, but it looks good now. Grand Theft Auto 4 didn't even look as good as it should have back in 2008. This fucking Smash Bros. Brawl looked better than it. Yes, I said it. So Grand Theft Auto 5 was a lot of fun. It was another game just like Lego Batman that I stayed up playing all night. And I got it again on PS4, and I have much enjoyment from it. Would I buy it again if they remastered it a second time? Hell no. They better add some damn story DLC. So, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's on everything basically except for Nintendo consoles, so pick it up. GameStop's actually currently having a sale on it for both the PS3 and 360 version for like $30, so if you're interested, go get it. Alright, and to keep up the Rockstar trend, Red Dead Redemption. Now, Red Dead Redemption was a game that I didn't really care about when it first was announced because I didn't like the Western genre. You know, I hated a lot of the games. I didn't really like the movies. Call me a blasphemy bastard. I don't know. I didn't like them. So when I saw this game, I was kind of like, But I got it, and I played it, and I was enjoying it until I saw the announcement for Undead Nightmare. And that was the killer app for me. As soon as I saw Undead Nightmare, I finished this game. I finished the main story game on this. I played Undead Nightmare, and it's so much fun. Like, Undead Nightmare is the best DLC pack for any game I've ever played. And Red Dead is just one of the best games I've ever played. So if you haven't played this game yet, what's wrong with you? Go play it. It's like $5 at GameStop. Go. Alright, so now we're grinding down to the last 5 on this list. So, just because I said 5, Resident Evil 5. Now, some people say Resident Evil 5 was a stupid, terrible game. It was a disgrace to the Resident Evil name. Well, I don't think so. I liked Resident Evil 5 a lot. It was my reason for getting a PS3 or a 360, and for the longest time I fought to which one I wanted to get. Eventually I chose a 360 because it was cheaper. I've earned everything on this game. There's nothing left on it for me to do. Why do I still have it? Because it's not even worth it to sell it. I love this game. If they remastered it for PS4 and Xbox One, I would be first in line to buy it. Alright. And now we've got Gears of War 3. I love the Gears of War series. Sans Judgment. Judgment kind of sucked. But this game is the pinnacle of Gears of War awesomeness. You know, this is one of my favorite games of all time. This is my Game of the Year 2011. It's a game I still play to this day, and it's a game I'm still going to keep playing because fuck that Gears of War remake for Xbox One. Stupid as shit. And fuck Gears of War 4. Play this game. This game is fun. That's all that matters. Alright, now for the last 3 games, we're going to go with... Yeah, we'll go with this one. No More Heroes. This was before pre-Ubisoft bullshit, where Ubisoft was actually making good games. Or at least publishing them. And this game is nothing shy of good. It's really fun. The characters are awesome. The story is wacky, but it's fun, you know? You get to use a lightsaber weapon, for Christ's sake, and you're killing retards in tights. You know, fuck it. Play it. It's actually on both PS3 and 360. And if you're going to play it... Or not 360. Fuck me. It's on PS3 and Wii only. If you're going to play it on PS3, I highly recommend using the PlayStation Move. Because it's not the same when you're using a DualShock as compared to when you're using a Wii Remote. So just play it that way and you'll enjoy it. Or if you want to just play it on Wii, that also works. Alright, so now for the last 2 games, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do this one. Tales of Vesperia. This is not only my favorite RPG of all time, it's my favorite Tales game of all time. This is a game that I hunted so hard to find, and a friend of mine actually found it for me on Christmas of the year I got my 360. I've put a ton of hours into this game, had like 6 playthroughs of it. For some reason I can't get any grade on it, but I still enjoy it every time I play. You know, it gets a little easier each time I play because I know how to play it, I know what to do. One day I'll eventually get all the achievements for it, but I really want to see the PlayStation 3 remastered for it. And if you don't know anything about that, go ahead and look it up because I don't really have time to explain it. But this one's not really that cheap still. It's about $30. But it's only on 360 in America. But if you're in Japan, you're lucky enough to have the PS3 version, just play that one. Anywhere else, if you can read Japanese, play the PS3 version. And if you're in anywhere else, well, you're stuck with 360. Alright. And the last game is Super Mario Galaxy. I love this one. I didn't like the second one as much, but this one I loved. It's there's really not much I can say about it because it's so good. And the music is great. The settings are great. It's probably one of Nintendo's best games of all time, and I think it's quite possibly safe to say it is my favorite game of the past generation. And that's all I really have to say. You know, I'm starting to run out of time on this, but all these games are something you should probably pick up, or if you haven't picked up, eventually, or if you have picked them up, play them. You know, just fucking play every one of these games I listed. You know, if you don't want to play Dead Space because you're a pussy, fine. If you don't want to play Red Dead because you don't like the Old West, well, that's stupid because that's the same reason I had and I loved it. So, enjoy your days. Those are the games. Super Mario Galaxy, top game of my generation. Have a good one.